Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another tapped out ideas video. As always, I do love doing these. Gonna try and get a couple. I'm gonna try and at least get one a week out for you guys, because they're easy enough to make. I mean, after I start to run out of ideas, I'm gonna have to think of something else. So I'm just trying to sort of like not do all the big characters in one go, just because after I do that, it's just gonna be boring characters, you know, like these one episode characters. So this one's kind of like it's kind of like a background character sort of part idea, if you want, ideas plural. Just because I wanted to mix it up a little. So I do apologise for that, but you'll have to deal with it, because we've already got all the we've already got most of the big. Well, we've got all the big Springfield hitters, apart from Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz, to be honest. I mean, the rest of them are really just, I mean, even like Krusty's dad, I mean, even he's not really a massive character. So anyway, let's get on. So the first idea is actually Candy Most Dandy. This is obviously a candy store, a sweet store in Springfield, and it comes with Mr. Dandy. Now, obviously, Bart in the episode, he's in a couple of episodes. This is sort of like the one episode. It's a very older episode where I think Bart's vandalizing. I don't know. I think Bart's vandalizing at something, and then he gets really pissed off because of it. So they could do something with that. Maybe the bullies vandalizing his shop, or maybe causing some trouble, and then him sort of him having some trouble. And that I think that would be cool. A cool little quest line to do with him. I mean, I could see him as a premium character, if anything. I mean, he could be a main character as long as the other thing is really, really obscure. But he is a very obscure character. The only other thing I can think may be a problem is the fact that he is an older character from an older episode, and he's kind of like Lucille Bobwatsky in Tapped Out. The way she walks around is a bit creepy and it's a bit weird. It's mainly because she's a really, really old character. And Mr. Dandy's got a really weird shaped head, and I'm just not sure if it'd probably look a bit weird, him walking around. So we'll have to see. But I think that would be a cool addition to the Tapped Out. Another sweet store. I mean, we've got quite a few, but at least it's not another casino. So anyway, moving on. The next thing we have is this comes with 2 costumes. Now, I'm not a major fan of costumes, especially costumes for Homer. But one costume I'm still really wanting to see is the Colonel Homer, the Colonel Homer costume. Mainly because it's appeared more than once, and it was it's like an iconic thing for Homer, because the stuff with Lurleen. So I'd like to see them add Corporate Cowboy as maybe either a premium or a friend prize, or they just chuck it into a gill offer or something, as long as it's a cheap gill offer. And I'd like to see it in our Springfield, and I'd like us to get 2 costumes with it, that being Colonel Homer, and the second one Major Marge, because I honestly think getting more than one would be a lot better than because if you throw it in with one costume, that's when people get pissed off. If you throw it in with 2 costumes, I think it can work. The Colonel Homer one obviously is a bit more well known than the Major Marge. I'm just saying, like, the Major Marge should be thrown in as like a kind of bonus. So that's like my sort of idea there. I was a bit ashamed that they did. I was a bit disappointed even that they didn't do Colonel Homer the costume in the actual game with the Lurleen level. So I don't know if they could implicate it and do some other like sort of storyline for it, but it'd be cool to see that. Anyway, moving on. The next thing is actually basically it's Saint Sebastian's School for Wicked Girls, and this is the school. This is comes with Samantha Stanky or whatever the heck it is. Basically, what my sort of idea for this one is, obviously Samantha is Milhouse's sort of like crush in the episode. She does appear in more than one episode. She is quite she's like a regular background character, if you know what I mean. And obviously in a focus episode, it was with her and Milhouse, and they were going out, and then her dad doesn't like it, so her dad ends up sending her to this school for wicked girls, because she was dating Milhouse. So basically my idea here is, yeah, to add her with that and have some sort of quest lines between her and Milhouse. I know we're not going to be, I don't think they should really show her dad. What I think they should have is maybe like, you know, her dad pop up as an icon, or maybe like a nun pop up as an icon or something. You know, adding a dad, like her dad literally just appears right at the end, so I don't think adding a dad would really work, because he literally is just a 2-second character. And also, I added a circle of values. This is like a gift store that Milhouse buys a gift for her. You know, they could just throw that in as cash or donuts or whatever, and it could work. Anyway, moving on, my final idea is Donnies Gas, with none other than Donnie. Now, Donnies Gas has appeared twice in The Simpsons, but Donnie himself has only appeared once. Now, the problem with this one is Donnie is not a big character at all. He literally appears for literally all of about 30 seconds. When this is when Ned Flanders goes missing and he ends up in the zoo. Basically, my idea here is to add to Donnies Gas, and what I was kind of thinking of is maybe having some, like, the building for Donnies Gas be unique in some way or another. I would really like to see the vehicles for the you know, I'd like to see the vehicles actually be implicated into the game. So I was thinking is maybe what they could do is in Donnies Gas, you comes with Donnie, obviously. You can send Donnie to do tasks and all this, but basically you click on Donnies Gas, you fuel up a car. You know, you can do Homer's car, you could do the police cars, you could do the ambulances, maybe not the Channel 6 news van because it's quite small. You do the rocket car maybe, and basically what you could do, you fuel them up, you pay a bit of cash to fuel them up, they drive around for, I don't know, 4 hours or something, and then after you earn a profit of cash. I think it would be a really cool way of doing the vehicles, and not just having them hectically, you know, driving around, because although that would be cool, it wouldn't really work, I don't think, because especially with all the people. I think what they could do is wherever you've placed that particular vehicle, that sort of space where it's been placed cannot be moved, and basically nothing can be placed where that empty space is, you know, where the vehicle kind of started off from, and that'd be about it. So that's my sort of ideas for that for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I mean, Donnie for himself, there's not really much I can think of. Any ideas for Donnie's questline, please tell me. So yep, any ideas you'd like to see or any ideas you have, please tell me, and I'll see you next video, guys. Thanks for watching as always, and yeah, goodbye.